Hello everybody and welcome to Nintendo Plays Aurora 4X. Last episode we started doing even more research and we made some progress in colonizing Titan. We're now looking to start terraforming it as well, but it is really cool, so I'm not sure how far we'll be able to get with it, but it's something we can try at least. Further on, we're still researching. A lot of research is being done upon one of the things is our engine technology, and I'm thinking now, do we take enough with just the ion engine, or do we want to go to the magnetoplasma drive? At the moment there's not really much of a need to start building the new ship yet, so maybe we can wait a little bit with it and start building with magnetoplasma drive. I mean, better engines mean they will be less obsolete sooner, if that's actually a sentence. So yeah, let's go for more engine technology and go for the stellarator fusion reactor technology first, which will lead to our new engines. And with the amount of labs available at the moment, it's quite fast as well. A little bit more than a year time this reactor technology will actually be done, and then I guess we will take about 1 year as well before the the engine itself will be researched. Alright, so yeah, let's keep on going with this party. And after that, I think we should also try looking into building some more mines on Earth, just so we can get extra minerals out of the Earth quicker, because I'm really starting to get annoyed by the lack of resources for our research lab. And by the time that Earth is mined out, which will take a while because the boronites and the thorium, I think they will be around for quite some time. At the moment the expectation is about 40 years, but I think with more mines it will go down, but still quite some while before it's completely mined out. And then we of course have Luna, which has quite some resources, March, who has quite some resources, and Titan. And we should start then looking also at what minerals we are missing that are important for us, and see if we can find them on some comets, for example. So just so we have all the minerals that we need, and if not, then we might be needing to expand beyond our solar system, and we have to convince the council of the need of that. But right now we're still good. We have quite some stockpiles of a lot of resources as well. Just uranium is now the big problem. Alright, let's continue. And with that in mind, I will probably not finish all the research labs that are in the queue right now, and probably more go, well, at least a little bit more we should, and then we should start probably building some mines. A big officer shuffle happened again, and for nothing really important. Oh crap, I missed one. I was too quick. We finished some research in what exactly? The microwave focusing technology. Alright. So let's look at our energy weapons. And what do we want? Yeah, the microwave focal size, so we can actually build a microwave laser if we want to. And add some research lab to the stellarator fusion reactor. And let's see, do we have on Titan some... we don't have any terraforming equipment yet, but hopefully they will start shipping it to there. So I will start putting in the requirement of oxygen, and the moment their terraforming installation is actually on Titan, they will start working. So what is the demand? Yeah, still 7,240 infrastructure, because we need quite some infrastructure. And I can start shipping um, some terraforming equipment manually, but I think the infrastructure is more important right now, because we need that population base on the planet as well to actually use the terraformers. And more research labs. Alright, new scientist in biology and genetics. It's completely something we don't need. And we have completed research into fire control speed rating 2000 kilometers per second. That's quite fast. It means probably not really fast, but it's quite fast anyway. So that's over here. And apparently we have electronic hardening level 1 almost completed, but apparently the scientist who was doing that job kind of died or had to retire or something like that. And we have a logistics and ground combat person who's really not bad at all. So let's put that to use as well. I want you to go ahead and research a flag bridge which can house a task for command staff. If we ever put out a fleet, we would like to have a task force as well on that for the command staff, so they can use that bridge. And it's not a replacement of the normal bridge component, it's an addition actually. So we have done the research into the electronic hardening, because there was only very few left for that. Alright, what do we want then? Some better fire control speed. Yeah. That a beam fire control ship component can engage without a penalty to accuracy. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Of the rest, I don't think we will be using anything of it soon, so yeah, let's go ahead with that. And we have now 44 labs available to us. And I'm gonna tone down this even more. I want to create... Let's bring it down to 5. It's really low. But it will be done quite fast. And we have 10 unused construction. And we can start doing mines with that. Build me 1,000 extra mines with 10% of the percentage of construction at the moment. And the moment the research labs will be done, I will switch pretty much 100% to the mines. And yeah, there's a mineral shortage for mines and research labs, of course. It was to be expected that it happened. And the stellarator fusion reactor is done. Now with the fusion reactor done, we of course also need the magnetoplasma drive technology itself. It's an expensive one. And it's gonna take, well, a little bit more than a year than I estimated. It's pretty much 1.5, I think, because we will get some extra research labs and pump it in there as well. So that will be a while before it's actually done. Alright, put in more research labs over here. And you can see that the mines are not really processing that much. And I'm not sure if it's because the research labs take all of the capacity of our uranium, but I think that's the problem maybe right now. But I don't want to really lower the percentage of capacity that we're using. So I will just keep it like this at the moment. It will only be a short while that we are using the production capacity for the research labs, and they are my priority at the moment. But we'll see. We have finished research into very large fuel storage. Then what do we want? Improve command and control. Ah, that allows the sector command. So right now we have a one solar system, and we have people in charge of that solar system, and we have governors for that planet, the planets in that solar system, and the moons, of course. Later on, we will conquer or colonize more solar systems, and that will bring us the need to build sector commands. We can put multiple solar systems in the vicinity to each other into one sector command, and there will be one capital of that sector, and so they are clustered together. So we don't really need the improved command and control yet. We don't need sector commands yet, but for later that will be quite useful. That's a ground unit replacement battalion. Maybe some tractor beams, so we can build some space docks if we need to. Space dock can pretty much carry something from one place to another, so we can build bases who have no engine, no fuel, and we can build them on Earth. A base is literally just a spaceship without an engine and without fuel, and if we don't have put an engine on it, it will pretty much move at 1 kilometer per second. Yeah, I think 1 kilometer per second. It's at least something. But with a space dock, we will be able to transport it way more quicker. And if we eventually do get jump point theory, and we do build jump gates on that, then we can also put a defensive base right at the jump gate. So should the enemy jump in, for whatever reason they decide to do that, then there will be a star base right at that jump point, and when they jump in, you have sensor blindness for about, I think, 60 seconds in the game. And with the sensor blindness, they can pretty much do nothing because they can't see you, therefore they can't shoot you. But you don't suffer from that sensor blindness if you're already in that system, of course, because you didn't just jump in. So what happens is, if you put the base right on top of there, you can use really short range missiles, lasers, gas cannons, whatever you want, and you can immediately open fire upon them and just rip through their ships before they actually know where they are. That sounds pretty good to me. So having a space dock that way can be quite useful. But that's not for now, but it's for in the future. We have to be ready for these things. So we have researched some better shield regeneration rate, and we can up it even more to 2. But I think we're gonna go for ceramic composite armor, because if we start building ships, we might want to push that one through just a little bit before that, because better armor, better ships. Because, well, lighter ships, they do have more space for other things, and if we're not putting more things on there, then they're literally faster, and faster ships is pretty good. So, missile and kinetic weapons. You have done the gas cannon technology. Yeah. Let's improve upon that. Because the council still is indecisive about the whole jump point theory research. I find it still heretical and dangerous and other bad words they could think of. But yeah, it's not, the resistance against that stance is growing. People see the need to expand, and they feel like they need to expand that. And we have researched 2 things. The first is the construction brigade, for if we want to build PDCs on other planets, and the second is the 15 centimeters plasma carronades. So let's first go to logistics and ground combat. What else do we want? We can carry additional maintenance supplies, that might not be a bad thing. Alright, let's do that. And for our energy weapon researcher, what do we want? Probably particle beam range, that is for torpedoes. I've never used those yet, but they sound interesting. Maybe in the near future we'll be able to mess around with that. How many research labs do we still need? Yeah, only one. So there will be a research lab available right now. And we're gonna put that in the magnetoplasma drive technology. And we still have some quantity of uranium on Earth. But you can see that the accessibility is tanking quite a lot. I think 130-day increment is fine. Supply of thorium on this asteroid has been exhausted. We didn't buy that yet, so let's buy. And let's make a check if we buy everything. Because our wealth is still growing and I would like to buy everything. I believe this does limit some growth on our civilian economy, but I'm not that worried about it. If I want my ship alliance to have more money, I will give them more money. You can see the current share price is a lot higher than it was the last time before we gave some money, and the second one is also doing quite well. So they're making some income and everything like that. And perhaps we want to sponsor them with, well, let's make it 50,000 wealth. Both of them. We have so much wealth. Let's share it. We are a generous council and we decide to give that wealth away to our shipping lines, so they might do good things for the transhuman race. So let's go with 5-day increments, just until the research lab is finished. And you can see some of the resources are finally being used on the mine. And we have some stockpile of uranium. It doesn't happen often. It's probably because we went in a 5-day increment and not a 30-day. So they built some colony ships. Of course they do. And in the next 5-day increment the research lab will be done. So let's make this about 20% of the... 20% is low. How about 30? You will be done on the 19th. I'm not trusting that. 33, 35, 18th. That should be fine. So 35% goes to the research lab. That means 65% goes to the mines. One 5-day increment, and we have now 50 research facilities in total. Good. Construction of research labs have been completed. And the Margoli Interstellar has built some freighters. I'm really happy with that. And they should be building some more of those things for a while, because they have quite a lot of wealth still. You can see that the current share price skyrockets because of this investment. And you can also see that our racial wealth dropped quite a lot. We invested 50,000 wealth per shipping line, but still we have like so much more available. Maybe later on we will be going into lower numbers, but right now I am completely fine with this. So we can go and put 100% of our production capacity into our mines. We had 268 mines before, and we are producing 1000 mines if all goes according to plan. Most likely it will not, because we don't have enough uranium on the whole planet to actually build these mines, but in the meantime we'll do our best. Something I really dislike about this interface is I can't sort the steps in any way that I know of. I would really like to sort on completion date or on project leaders, capabilities, or something like that. But unfortunately there's no way to actually do that as far as I know. That's not what I need. Group by function. That's not. No, as far as I know, there's no way. Unfortunate. Let's go with another 30 days increment. And they're building freighters and colony ships. Building more colony ships. And actually I'm curious, do we have some Titan environment? No, we still don't have any what do you call it? Terraforming installations. Probably because the demand for infrastructure contract is still the highest, and therefore they will try to do that one first. But it's literally going down by a lot. So that's good. And the population on Titan is growing also by a lot. On Earth we have quite a lot of workers available, so that's also fine. Yeah, most of them are working construction, then some scientists, and also 75% of them are working in the service industry. So there is a lot of surplus of civilian transport, infrastructure and luxury food. Also, they have a huge shortfall of a lot of other things that they are producing. How about Luna? Because you are becoming a larger colony. You're starting to produce some things. Mars, a little bit as well. And Titan, yeah, you even have some civilian transport available for export. Interesting. So let's see what we spend our money upon. Right now we have quite a lot of tax from the population because our population is growing rapidly with all these new colonization expansion projects. And we pay quite some wealth actually to the research and the installations that we're using, and also the purchase of civilian minerals, but they compare to nearly nothing. So yeah, I'm happy with this. And we have of course some research available because somebody finished the maximum engine power modifier. And yeah, we would like more of that. If we're going to build more fighters, I want them to have a huge boost to engine power. And we gave them so much money, they are still building ships. Maybe if we go with 5-day ticks, they will get that out faster actually. So we got some microwave focal size research done. What do we want? Turret tracking speed. Gonna place things on turrets. One energy weapon per ship may be designated as a spinal mount. This can be up to 2 sizes larger than the normal maximum size for the energy weapon when used by that race. Right. That can be interesting. So if we were going to use any type of laser, what would it be? Plasma? Super close range? Nah, probably not. I think the mesons for anti-missile and anti-fighter capabilities. So let's keep developing that. And let's go with 5-day increments, see if that actually helps our civilians do something quicker. And we finished a important research. We finished the magnetoplasma drive technology. So I want you now to research the minimum engine power. And you don't need to use all 33 labs for that. Let's put you in one lab first. And then let's take a look. What else do we want? Gauss cannons, research rate. I think research rate is quite important. Let's bump that up by a lot. There you go, buddy. Some armor. Yeah, because it needs a lot of research points. But I think research rate is the most important one at the moment, which will be done really fast, and which literally will improve the research rate of everybody by about 20%. And that's a big increase, I think. 20% is nothing to sneeze at. So I hope there will be more ships produced. Or are the shipping lines finally out of money? No, they have quite some money left. And they have some recent deliveries, con list, civilian transport, luxury food. And I hope with them being so super successful at the moment that actually other companies will start coming up as well. Because when your companies are successful, there's a bigger chance that new shipping lines will come up. And I want more shipping lines. I want to have them spread out into different companies and have them, yeah, come up everywhere. And you can see clearly that Saturn is the #1 location. And not Saturn itself, no. The moon we are colonizing, Titan. How much are you still asking? Well, quite a lot. So let's start going with 30 days again. And the research lab rate is completed. And I think it might be prudent to actually put up another piece of research in that. 33 labs. It'll be done in less than a year as well. Yeah, I think this is a correct way to go. Doing it now means all our research later will go up quite a lot faster. And maybe it's time to redesign some of our freighters. Well, I kinda wanna wait till that new armor is done before I do that. Is there anything else that those freighters need? Not really. Oh wow, they have an L4 class space liner. So a space liner, as far as I know, is like it's like a transport ship for colonists, but it's luxurious. And you can tax quite a lot of money out of it. It's like space tourism. People from New Earth want to visit the new colony on Mars, see how the trees are growing on Mars. We've seen it on the telly, but we want to know how it is in reality, of course. Something like that, I guess. That's at least how I imagine it. Can be a little bit different, of course, but you gotta use your imagination for these kinds of things. I'm not sure when the 30th of October, so we're almost there. The research rate increase. After that, I probably pump in all the labs to our armor research. Yeah, we can go for another 30 days. And now it's done. We have exhausted some supply on 2008 LC-18, which still has some duranium left, so that's good. I like duranium. I'd like to have more of it. And we are building quite a lot of extra mines. The annual production is up to 4,000. That's a lot. Yeah, we're starting to deplete the planet quite quickly. But our stockpile is also working quite well, so can be happy with that.
But let's go back to research. We now have even faster research rate, 280, and the next level will cost 20,000 research points and give us an increase of another 40. I'm gonna skip on that for now, and I'm gonna find the guy researching ceramic composite armor, and I'm give him all the research labs that he can use. It's only 30. Then we have some logistics and ground combat from Prince Janity, who is amazing. And, well, if you can finish this actually, I would be quite happy with that. You can have 4 research labs for this purpose. Improved, no, cargo handling. Oh, it's double the amount. Well, let's try. And how much time does it take? Yeah, way too much. We're not gonna use these guys. You can research it for now for our next time we're going to use it, but right now, probably not anytime soon. And Jessica Stokely, what are you going to research? I think it would be time for you to go into look into a thorium harvester, because if we ever run out of thorium somewhere, we can be quite boned. I believe the moon has quite a large supply of thorium as well, so we'll be good for a long time. It's not a priority at all, but still I would like to have a higher amount of that. And we have another construction and production guy. I think it's a new one. So thinking that our mining production rate will be the most important thing that is holding us back, I think that should go up. And we have 2 labs available, and somebody who is specialized in missile and kinetic weapons with 10%. That's good enough. You can research some railgun technology, because we want to at least have the basis of that technology available to us, I think. Then we have 1 research lab available to us, and I'm gonna give it to Ashley Westcott, and she is going to make more research into reactor power boost. And the explosion chance is, so if a reactor gets damaged, there's a chance that it will explode and does, I don't know, it was a lot of extra damage. I'm not sure how much it was, but there's a lot of extra collateral damage to the rest of your ship. We can boost the output of the reactor, and reactors are used to, for example, power lasers, and therefore we need less reactor space to power the same amount of lasers. But if the reactor eventually gets hit, it's gonna go boom, and the chance will be higher, but that's not really that much of a problem, I think. So we're waiting for the duranium armor to be finished, of the not duranium, ceramic composite armor to be finished, and then we will start refitting our Lexington class ships. And the flag bridge has been finished in research, and somebody with construction and production 20 joined the administration. The next time there will be a research lab available, you're probably getting one. And also somebody with, oh yeah, that's the one we are going to look at right now. And you're going to go for a garrison, well, ultra large fuel storage. That sounds really appealing, actually. We are also researching the thorium harvester, and the thorium harvester with an ultra large fuel storage, that sounds like something we want. Because thorium harvesters, they go to gas giants, gas giants that have thorium deposits on them, because you can't mine from a gas giant. So the thorium deposits can only be gathered by a thorium harvester, and it will literally refine the fuel into its bay, and with that they will be able to deliver it back to the colony, and when they deliver it back to the colony, they will have like something like 10% of their maximum fuel capacity left in their bay, go back to the gas giant and suck some more thorium out of the gas giant and refine it to fuel until it's full again, and they keep repeating that process. That's quite interesting and quite useful as well, because usually gas giants are the best source of thorium. In my last game, I found in one system over from my home system, outside of the Sol system, there was a gas giant, and it had, what was it? 31 or 32 million thorium available to it, at an availability of 1. I would not have any thorium problems for a long time. I just parked a couple of thorium harvesters on top of the planet, and they were bringing me a lot of fuel for a very long time. It was glorious. It was really amazing. I really loved that. I don't think we will be able to get something anytime soon over here, but if we could, that would be nice. Yes. So we're almost there with the composite armor being done. I think just a couple of more days. Yeah. So let's go with 5-day increments. And one more after this. Hooray! We have researched the ceramic composite armor. Yeah, the laminate composite armor is 20,000 research points, and that's too much. So we have one research lab available for construction and production, and we are going to put that into, I think, oh, there are many things actually that are useful. Maybe this, the shipyard operations. It will make them go faster in expanding their capacity. That can be quite useful for us really soon, because we only have 2 shipyards at the moment. One of them is signed for the Lexington class, and another one for the Essex class, but we're probably going to replace that once we get some ship that we want there, because we have 2 Essex class still around, and they are good enough at what they do that they can survey systems when we find them. But I think we want more and bigger shipyards relatively soon. But first, mines, of course. So, out of the defensive systems, you can go for shield regeneration power. Put 1 lab. And then, what is the most important part of the research being done here? You can't do it with the arrow keys, unfortunately. Mining production. That sounds like the one that is the most important over here. But you can only use 25. There's nobody doing the fuel consumption research, otherwise I probably would put it in that maybe. Nah, it's too late for that already. We have a good fuel consumption reduction already. Tractor beams, minimum power. Yeah, I think the shipyard operation. Get a nice boost to your research availability as well. Alright, now let's make the SX copy. Is it actually, they are different. We don't use the SX copy. I don't know what it is. So the Enterprise was the fighter. The Essex was the geological survey vessel. Fletcher is the PDC. No, it doesn't look like anything. The Spurance is our PDC, so the Fletcher is nothing at all. So let's delete that as well. And then we have the Lexington class, our really cool freighter class. So let's copy the Lexington class and let's go into the design view. We want to have new armor because it's using conventional armor. Let's see how much the tonnage will drop. It's now 31,250 and it goes to 29,450. That's a big difference. That's a really big difference. I know what we're going to spend some of our labs upon, because I forgot we need to design our engines. So we're going to use the latest tech, the magnetoplasma drive technology. The magnetoplasma drive technology has 16 engine power per hull size. That's quite good. But we're going to go with a civilian module because we're making it for the Lexington class. And we can use some thermal reduction on it. It literally changes nothing except the thermal signature. So why not? And we're gonna make it as big as possible because it will be fuel efficient and we're gonna use it anyway. So this will be a 400 engine power engine. Let's see. Our current engine. Where are the engines? Why can't I see the engine? Ah, here it is. I probably ticked this on and I don't know why. Very well. Our current engine with the same size has only an engine power of 125. So we will go to 400. That's a big difference. That's a really big difference. I like it. It's the 400 engine power commercial magnetoplasma drive. Let's create this research project. It's not that big. We can build this quite quick. Or research this quite quick. But I'm gonna borrow a couple of your research labs. I'm gonna give you 2. And give you 2. Then we're gonna find the best guy for power and propulsion. See, 30 over here. 5, that's definitely not the highest. Did I miss somebody earlier? 20, no. So your research will have to wait for a bit, because you are going to research me the best engine we have ever created, and it will be done in a month. Hooray! Well, good job, Jason Wolf. You can go back to your minimum power engine. There you go. And add everything back to the mining production rate. Yeah, that's the maximum. And the shipyard operations. Oh, actually not. We are doing one too much. Because Linwood Obiso has completed research into particle beam range. So let's see. You have that already. I think at least we have level 1 in everything, except for we don't have a spinal mount. So let's go and research that as well, because I like to have things available to me so I can see how cool they are. Gotta close out of this and then come to the Lexington copy, go to design view, and we have this awesome engine. So changing nothing at all except for the engine will give it so much more speed. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. How is the range doing? We had 74 billion kilometers with this engine. Yeah, and even the range is going up as well. The amount of time we can go with it is lower though, and I'm fine with that. You will go everywhere faster anyway, so no problemo. And we can also replace the large fuel storage with very large fuel storage. One very large fuel storage will be replacing the large one. I think it is more efficient in cost, at least. Yeah, so the size of the very large is 4 times as big. It can carry 4 times as much fuel. It's 4 times as big, but doesn't cost 4 times as much resources of build points. I think it's at least build points, and yeah, also not 4 times as much resources. So that's good. I like that. And this is a commercial ship, so we don't really, one engineering base is more than enough. Will we have some capacity left? I mean, we can go up to 3,200, no, 32,000 tons. So we can put up extra cargo holds? No, we can't. We can put on some small cargo holds? No, we can't. How about some cargo handling systems? Can drop that down a bit more. Oh wait, now I removed the wrong one. So we're at 16 hours load time, and we can increase this a little bit more. It has some diminishing returns, but no. How about this? So we will get it up down to 2 hours and 46 minutes. How much does it shave off? Only 10 minutes by dropping some cargo hold systems. It's not worth it. Let's put it at a nice 5-hour load time. That should be fine. Keeps the speed up and nice as well. Yeah, I'm happy with this Lexington class. So we're gonna rename it, because it's not gonna be the Lexington copy. It's gonna be the Lexington Mark II. And we're gonna do the 2 with Roman numerals. Alright, Lexington Mark II. Close. So the freighters, I'm gonna stop your cycle, and I'm gonna add a move to New Earth action. I'm not sure how fast you're going. Yeah, you're going back to Earth already. Let's do it in 30 days, because you're so slow. Even in 30 days, they're not even there yet. I'll be really happy when they are faster. Oh, they are still doing the last part of the job or something like that? Move to Titan, unload infrastructure on Titan, move to New Earth. Yeah. They're still busy doing their job. That's fine. Ah, we have an inactive research lab because some research finished. The active graph sensor strength is going up. Ah, that's pretty good. And we can use some more of that as well. So yeah, keep on doing that. The freighter should go on the return trip right now. Yeah, and they're complaining also about their fuel. So this is perfect timing. And there's some research complete. The asteroid mining module is also done. That's pretty nice as well. We're not going to use it yet, but we can use it later on. The construction and production. What do we want out of here? Oh, that's logistics. The construction and production tab. That's where we should. The construction and production tab. That's where we need to go. Yeah, let's expand our fighter production rate. That sounds like something we might use in the future. Because we're kind of using fighters for all our things. And the freighter task group has completed orders. Now let's go to manage shipyard. And refit to deal steel surfaces. refit from Lexington. And right, we probably have to retool it first to the Lexington Mark II, which will take some time to complete, unfortunately. Then we will be able to refit it. Yeah, we have to probably retool it first, and then we'll be able to refit it. That's fine, they can rest a bit. They have had a long journey. I bet their crew is not happy anymore. And we have the research done in the medium engine power, so let's keep pumping that up as well. It's a nice piece of research if we want to have really slow but really efficient engines. People increasing their research bonus makes me really happy as well. I should make them refuel, so they don't clutter up that message all the time. And I think the retooling is done. Not yet. Oh, the 23rd of August. But the mining production rate is done. And the defensive systems. Which defensive system thing did you do? Oh. The science Jason Wolf has been killed in an accident. He did the minimum engine power research. May he rest in peace. Ah, the damage control. That's the one that's done. So you can go with one research lab into thermal reduction. And keep on the mining rate, I think. With 25 labs. That seems fine. And we have one lab available still, so yeah, let's add it to this. That's the lab that was with the minimum engine power guy. May he rest in peace. Unfortunate to lose a good scientist, because he was pretty good, I believe. It's always sad to see them go. And we have some new research that's done. Shipyard operation time is reduced right about the time that our shipyard is actually almost done. But we want to keep up on that research, because that can be quite useful in the near future as well. So go to construction and production. And this research. Just keep on doing that. So about 2 months, and then we can start the refit of our ships. If I am correct, which is not a guarantee because I have been wrong before. The Deal Steel Services now can build the Lexington Class 2. So we can have the Lexington Mark 1 Lexington class go to the Lexington Mark 2. Yeah. Add task. Refit cost is at 89.2% of the cost of a new ship. Do you wish to proceed? That's a high cost. Yeah, it's a bit cheaper, and we're not gonna use Lexingtons anyway anymore. So yeah, let's go ahead. But that's gonna be it for this episode. It's going super long already, and I don't want to bore you with it anymore. So thank you guys for watching, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye bye.